Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our MISAT Bulletin. And we shall start with our headlines. Trump sees good ties with Mexico's new leader. Former Malaysian leader arrested to be charged for graft. And moving on to our details, starting with Baghdad. Iraqi authorities began recounting votes for May's disputed parliamentary election on Tuesday, according to what officials said. Counting started in the northern province of Kirkuk, and at least 6 other provinces were expected to follow suit in coming days. It's worth mentioning that the parliament ordered a full recount earlier in June after a government report concluded there were widespread violations. The electoral panel also said that overseas votes cast in Iran, Turkey, Britain, Lebanon, Jordan, the United States and Germany will also be recounted. Moreover, representatives from the United Nations and foreign embassies will attend the process, as will local and international observers. On the other side of the world, U.S. President Donald Trump is predicting a positive relationship with Mexican President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador. President Trump said he had a lot of good conversation with the leftist leader on Monday for about 30 minutes, a day after López Obrador's victory. President Trump added, "I think the relationship will be a very good one." Speaking during a meeting with Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte, President Trump said he and López Obrador discussed border security and trade. He also said, "We talked about trade, we talked about NAFTA, we talked about a separate deal, just Mexico and the United States." On to migration profile, Austria's government and German Chancellor Angela Merkel's coalition partners raised questions on Tuesday about a deal to end the crisis over migration policy. The compromise reached on Monday night by Germany states that migrants who previously applied for asylum in another European Union country would be returned there from those centers. In cases where the country concerned refuses, migrants would be turned back at the border on the basis of an agreement with Austria. Meanwhile, the Austrian government called for quick clarification of the German government's position and said it was prepared for all scenarios. On another side, former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak was arrested on Tuesday by anti-graft investigators and will be charged over his alleged role in the multi-billion-dollar looting of a state investment fund. A government task force probing alleged theft and money laundering at one MDB state investment fund said Najib's arrest was linked to a suspicious transfer of 42 million ringgit, $10.6 million, into his bank account from SRC International using multiple intermediary companies. It also said in a brief statement that Najib will be brought to court on Wednesday to be charged, but didn't give details of the charges against him. Going to our economic news, Iran issued a new warning over Middle East oil supplies as the United Arab Emirates said on Tuesday it could increase its own production. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani on Monday night said that if Iran's crude oil exports were threatened, the rest of the Middle East would be as well. Meanwhile, Abu Dhabi National Oil Co. issued a surprise statement on Tuesday saying it has an oil production capacity of 3.3 million barrels per day. It added that it remains on track to increase its production capacity to 3.5 million barrels per day by the end of 2018. Meanwhile, China said on Tuesday it's fully prepared for a trade war with the United States as hopes dwindle for a breakthrough in tensions this week between the world's two biggest economies. Washington is due to start charging tariffs on $34 billion in Chinese imports as of Friday, while Beijing has pledged to retaliate with equal tariffs on $34 billion in U.S. goods. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman said that China is fully prepared to take a package of necessary measures to safeguard its national interests. In addition, he called the warnings unfounded speculation and an irrational clampdown stemming from a Cold War mentality. And finally, global stock markets turned higher on Tuesday as German leaders put to rest fears that a weeks-long dispute on migration may topple Chancellor Angela Merkel's government. Germany's DAX rose 1.2% to 12,385, and France CAC 40 added 0.9% to 5,322. Britain's FTSE 100 gained 0.6% to 7,589. Wall Street was poised to open higher, though and S&P 500 futures were both up 0.4%. In Asia, Asian markets stumbled due to worries over the trade war brewing between China and the U.S. The benchmark Nikkei 225 index lost 0.1% to 21,785.54, while the Shanghai Composite Index gained 0.4% to 2,786.89. And before ending our news, let's take another look at the most important headlines for today. Trump sees good ties with Mexico's new leader. Former Malaysian leader arrested to be charged for graft. And this was the end of our MISAT bulletin for today. Thank you for watching.